Guggy says, listen to Emotion by NiziU. It's one of my favorite songs this year. Okay, we'll do that one first. I have Emotion first. We'll do Riz next. DKB I have. Hwasa, that would be sick. We'll do Hwasa. I know my my girlfriend's been listening to the new what do you call it? The new Le Seraphim song with our boy J Hope. So we've definitely got the time for a good amount of these. So we'll mark our way through here. So let me get into NiziU first. Emotion. If I can spell. Oh God, not. We might have to. I don't know if chat wants to subjugate me to that, but we'll check it out either way. But anyway, let's get into Emotion. Let's give that a listen first. Great chorus. Great falsettos in the back. Wow. Nice. Aw. That's nice. All right. Very interesting. All right. This was NiziU's Emotion. Very cool. Very cool. I will say, I feel like NiziU's been on a good run recently. I'm pretty positive I liked their last comeback. Um, and I also enjoyed this one. This one was very good too. Very sweet. I feel like their concept of being like very like sugary sweet, I think works out really well. They've got really good layering. I think what I've noticed a lot, and when we covered them in our like large deep dive, I really appreciated how well their vocals were like arranged and styled. And I feel like this one, they're just continuing to get better and better. And I felt like with this one, I was like, damn, like the stylization vocally was really, really good. You get to hear a lot of the different members. There's a lot of ensemble moments, which is, I think, just kind of adds to the sort of bright, shimmery tones that they have in the song. So that was incredible. Chorus, really catchy. Really love that. But I do feel like this song definitely starts to kind of take a good pace once you get into that like bridge section, as well as the like final chorus. There's a lot of cool ad lib sections in that final chorus, and then just like how like sweet major key tones of that bridge is. I think I really kind of got sucked into that moment, and I was really digging it. But genuinely, I've liked a lot of the NiziU comebacks as of recently. But I always feel like they just do such a great job of making you feel good. Like everyone's, it looks like Gunky and Unhee are in the chat agreeing with my comment as well as Gunky's about like the feel goodness about their music. I think they just have like this really bright, beautiful color that they bring to every song, and I feel like this one is absolutely no exception as well. So, I've definitely liked this a lot. This one I'll be giving a listen to. I'd imagine it's part of a mini album, or maybe just a single or something. But yeah, this was awesome. This was awesome. This was definitely a good one to start off with for sure for the new stuff. So, very nice. Let's see. Kogi says, I love the new NiziU song. Not surprised. Kai says, NiziU. Kogi says, love the chorus. Their songs always make me so happy. Jess says, very nice. Callus is cute. Uzi says, agree. They never miss with the feel good vibes. And they said, same with Twice. Yeah, I will agree. Twice are the queens of that as well. They've got so many good songs. Gunky says, I'm convinced JYP made a trilogy between this, Xdinary Heroes, and M-Mix. This is all about the beginning of dating. Xdinary Heroes, ICU is about love sickness, and M-Mix is all about relationships getting toxic. They have all albums coming out in a few weeks. Yeah, they do. That is true. Which is awesome. So you're living. Is what I gathered from that. So very nice. All right. Well, I imagined this day was going to come for this video, but I saw a bunch of people chatting about the XLOV release, so I feel that as though we need to cover this because I had a great time covering XLOV, and I'm stoked. I have not listened to it. I have not done my homework at all, but we need to do it. So excited. So let's check out XLOV's Riz. Okay. Wow. Ooh. Interesting. Okay. cool, like whispering, talking. Cool.
Smooth, yeah. I steal your breath, can't deny what you feel.
That vocal run's cool. I like that. What? They ended it there? Oh man, that's rough. That's a rough spot. That's gonna dock at some points for me. But this was XLOV's Riz. If you're hanging out for some catch up stuff, thanks for hanging. I enjoyed this. This was very good. I feel like it's kind of the continuation of the XLOV. Like they continue to do stuff that's very interesting to me, which I think is great. I think there are some elements that I feel like they have kept through their musicality so far. But this one I feel like is a little bit more descriptive. So I like that. I will get my like a little bit of a gripe out of the way. I think that the chorus is really good. This last chorus here was rough. I was like, damn, they stopped it, and I was like, I kind of was hoping that I would get another couple bars because it feels abrupt. That's probably the only thing. It's not like I don't like the chorus. It just feels very abrupt, and I was kind of expecting them to continue on just a smidge more. So that was a little bit of a shocker for me. But I definitely loved the verses in the song. I think there was a lot of cool like vocal melodies and like runs that were just really effortless, and I think shows off the skills of XLOV, which is great. They've got a talented group of people in their group, so I feel like their songs have been really good so far, and I've been really vibing with them. But this one, I was like, there's just so much cool like vocal like talent going on, especially in the verses, where it's like they could be easily overlooked by like the chorus. So I was like, damn, I really enjoyed it. I can play both sides of the fence for I think the chorus, where I think that the first chorus I was like, ooh, I don't know if I'm feeling it as much. I'm not like the repetitiveness is always very interesting to me. I usually am just like either on board with it or not. I felt like this one, I was kind of a little bit in the middle. I was like, I like it. And I like that they switched up like the lyricism just so the cadence is like a little bit different. I thought that was really cool. But then once they got into the next chorus, I was like, ooh, okay, I might actually enjoy this a lot more than I think I led on initially. So I think this song will grow on me. I can feel it for sure. But yeah, this was great. I think the music video was shot really incredibly as well too. I loved a lot of the 360 pans. Like it was really, really well done. So definitely am interested. I feel like I'm always interested with the XLOV comebacks just because I think they always have something unique to bring to the table. And I think this is certainly no exception of that. But I'll have to check out some B-sides from this release because I've kind of gone through and listened to every release that they've done so far. But I felt like this one was cool. I'm curious how it sits in the confines of the full release, but I enjoyed it. So, very nice. Let's see. Everybody was enjoying it. The look, the fits in this MV were incredible too. I will say that. Guggy says, I'm getting this out of the way. This is definitely better than Rico, but yeah, not my thing. The chorus. Throw up a wow. That is some choice words. Listen, I respect you for that, you know? I feel like for you to put your opinion out there like that is brave, certainly. He says change the chorus and I probably enjoy this. Oh wow, okay. Too short. I agree with Call's comment 100%. Sarah says it's so good. They keep getting better and better. Same with Calla. And the word I used to describe this song would probably get me banned. If I'm thinking of the word you're thinking of, then I wouldn't do it, but I know which word you're talking about. Like you said, the last chorus killed your vibe. I don't think that it did. It just felt like it was short. It's a little short-lived. Tyler says, wasn't super into the chorus at first, but grew on me from the last time. And Sarah says, I haven't heard the B-sides yet, but I'm excited to. And yes, I like some of their B-sides more on this release. Wow, okay. And Sarah says, cool, we all know what I mean. Okay. Cookie says, I'm going to feel the same way about spaghetti, so just be silent then. No. Like I said, you can say whatever you want. Please, everybody has a right to their opinion. I don't want you to feel like you have to shut up for it. You know, everyone has their own prerogative and their own feelings about it. So, you know, I feel like people should have a safe space to say what they would like to say about songs, you know? So there are some songs that I just don't vibe with either. And so I feel like I have a duty to keep it honest. So, very nice. Very nice. So, all right. Connie has recommended DKB, which I don't know if we've done anything from DKB before, but let me see if it will even load. I would assume it's Irony. Let's see. Connie, let me know if it's Irony or not. Sarah says, I love spaghetti so much, I'll say twice as many nice things to you for you. Guggy says, have you enjoyed it? Really a great thing. It's really a great thing, just not my vibe. Hey, you know, listen, like I said, try to respect the opinion out here. So I would assume DKB is this one for Irony. If anyone can fact check me on that, I'm just going to double check in Discord just to make sure I'm keeping it honest here. Yeah, it is Irony. Okay, cool. All right, let's get into it. Wow.
미안하지만 밤은 아직 내겐 일러요. 너가 어디서 뭘 하는지 모르지만 혹시 자꾸 내가 저질스러운 의심이라도 사과 넌 할래? 그럴만해 요즘은. 어제는 뭐 했어? 자기 전에 전화는 어디다 까먹고 변했어. 모두 불연기처럼 피어오르는 날 불순한 마음에 부채지 말아줄래? 이러다 사랑이 타버릴 것 같아. 어긋난 걸까 wrong 아님 겨우 같은 너 때문일까?
Wow.
알 수 없는 어지러운 나의 밤. 언제부턴가 너는 날 항상 뒤집어 놔. Baby please don't drive me crazy. Oh baby like it's irony yeah. irony yeah. 이 행동을 정말 모르겠어 도대체. irony yeah. irony yeah. Baby please don't drive me crazy. 너에게서 나선 향기가 나서 물어봤어 왜 네가 불났어. 사랑이 모자랐어 아님 너 잘났어. 그래서 말해봐 어서 넌 처음부터 끝까지 거짓말로 덮어. Bad girl 아니 더 못된 말로 날 부르고 싶어. 어디 가니 날 떠나가니 길고 긴 밤 동안 난 밑도까지. 어린 날 같은 자유를 원한다면 그래 bye 나도 잡지 않을 거야. 난 걸까 wrong 아님 묘 같은 너 때문일까? 알 수 없는 어지러운 나의 밤. 언제부턴가 너는 날 항상 뒤집어 놔. Baby please don't drive me crazy. Oh baby like it's irony yeah. irony yeah. 이 행동을 정말 모르겠어 도대체. irony yeah. irony yeah. Baby please don't drive me crazy. Oh baby now I dance with me. We make it dance oh. Dance with me. I love you drive me Baby, please don't drive me crazy.
Interesting. All right. Well, that was DKB's Irony. If you're hanging, thank you for hanging. I don't know anything about DKB, so if you are watching this and you know who DKB is, please sound off in the comments. I enjoyed this first introduction. I think the vibes were great. Definitely not. I didn't have any expectations because I just didn't know who they were. But the vocals on this were great. I thought they had like really catchy choruses. I think the introduction of like drumming and like the guitar work and bass work and like a little bit of synth choice I thought was cool. The choreography segments were sick. But yeah, I enjoyed this a lot. Very smooth, very vibey. But yeah, I thought it was a really nice track. I enjoyed the vibe. I think it's hard for me to weigh in on like new groups with their newest song because I like to kind of at least have a little bit of a basis point. But I'm sure there's groups that we've covered that I have like zero knowledge on, of course. So that's always fun. But yeah, I'd be curious to match it up with some of the other songs in their discography. But yeah, I enjoyed the choreography, very fun. But yeah, I feel like my commentary on this one's a little light. But I enjoyed the song. The chorus is really catchy, good hooks. The only thing I think I was kind of expecting, and maybe this is me reading into it a little bit, I was kind of expecting it to have like a little bit of a vocal pop-off moment closer to the end of the song. I feel like a lot of groups kind of like push a lot of some of the vocal craziness towards the end, so I was a little surprised it kind of kept the same sort of vibe overall. But yeah, I enjoyed it. So Sarah says, my boy Harry June. Okay, very nice, very nice. Gogi says, now I can get behind this song. And they said that this was great. Very nice, very nice. So thank you, Connie. If you would like us, if you are watching this for the first time and you'd like us to check out DKB, let us know. We'll love to hear from you. Hopefully soon we'll check them out. So all right, we're keeping it moving. Looks like I believe it was Andy who recommended the new Hwasa song, which I also have not listened to. So I'm excited. I love me some Mamamoo, the homies. We love them. But I have not listened to her new stuff yet. So curious what this is gonna be. So check it out. Cool vocal filter. Great harmonies. Nice.
땅을 치고 후회해도 좋아 우리 이렇게 goodbye 후회조차도 goodbye.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. This was Wasa's Goodbye. Very nice. Thanks for hanging. Let's see. Couple comments here. Everyone said it was very pretty. We love to see it. Gungi says, not a big fan of the verses, but the chorus is fantastic. Interesting. Andy says there's also an instrumental version with Dumo, which it looks like it is here. That sounds very beautiful, but more bittersweet. Ooh, interesting. This is a rare song where the really repetitious part doesn't really bother me. Oh, okay. Very nice. We're seeing some progress. I like this. It was a very interesting. I feel like when we covered Mamamoo and we did we obviously did all of the members of Mamamoo on their own solo stuff. I felt that Hwasa was one of those ones where I feel like she had some really good songs, and there were some songs where I was like, ooh, maybe I'm just not feeling this one. I feel like this is somewhere in the middle where like there's definitely some aspects of the song that I enjoy, and there's definitely some where I was like, very interesting direction. So I feel like this one is kind of like one of those ones where I love the chorus. I agree, the chorus is fantastic. I like kind of the repetitious nature of like the way that she kind of extends, or I guess elaborates in some way of that like goodbye section. I thought that was really good. I feel like to me the verses are interesting. I think to me they like almost don't even like. I think if I was to remove Hwasa's voice and I was to use the instrumentation, it feels very much in line with like a singer-songwriter in like pop music, weirdly enough. So I don't like. I think it's just kind of like the association of her voice like in those verses, I think is a little bit of an alien concept to me. Just because I know she's got some really powerhouse vocals. So for her to kind of show a little bit of reservation was like, I think a little bit of an interesting hill for me to like understand, I guess. I loved the bridge of this song as well. And that final chorus, I think, was what really tied it all together for me. But I don't know. I feel like to me, there's some moments where I like feel like she could have just like, especially considering I would imagine how emotional this song is. I was kind of hoping that she was just gonna like a little like let a little bit more loose in the final chorus, because it almost felt like maybe like there's like a little bit of like desperation. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you're saying goodbye to someone, right? Like, so I feel like in my opinion, I feel like there would have been an outpour of emotion. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just me trying to insert myself into the song a little bit, but yeah, I feel like emotionally, I was kind of like, I was kind of expecting her to have like that yearning, right? You know what I mean? So I feel like to me, I feel like this is very interesting, just considering I know how grandiose she can be as a vocalist. So it's cool, I think, in the aspect of like, I like that she's doing something different, but I also like, I feel like there's part of me that's like, wow, I really love her like big vocals. So it doesn't kind of meet in that, like, I feel like it meets more in the middle where I'm like, okay, I can see it. But if I give this song more listens, I feel like maybe I'll grow a little bit more closer to it, is what I feel in my head. But overall, I didn't think it was not a bad song by any means. So if you love this Swassa song, I hope this doesn't, rain on your parade at all. But I felt like I thought it was a very good song. There's definitely moments where I feel like it could have been encapsulated a little bit better, in my opinion. So, Jazz says, was this the song where the release got pushed back? And Andy says, no, if I remember correctly. Uni says this song isn't the most interesting, but I do love this understated sound from her. That I feel like you may have nailed it on the head for me as well, Uni. I read some of your comment while I was giving mine, so I feel like I kind of formed them together in my head. But I feel like I would agree with you for sure. Like there is definitely some moments of the song where I'm like I think I have to take off the like I like Mamamoo and like I expect her to sound a certain way hat and put on like a this is solo Huasa. She's gonna give us something different potentially with her music. So you love to see it as an artist growth. That's important, I feel. So very curious to see what she's cooking up next. So all right. It looks like the next one that was highly recommended to me was AHOF, which I don't know if I'm supposed to say all of the letters or if it's a part of an acronym or something, but it seemed like this was the most other contested song to listen to, so we should check it out. So, all right, let's do it. I know we have checked them out before. I just meant like I never knew how to pronounce their name, so I should have been more specific. But anyway, let's check it out. Good dynamics. Love the energy continuation. Key change? Nice. Awesome. Nice. Wow. All right. All right. All right. All right. I like this. This is awesome. All right. This is AHOF and their song Pinocchio. Very nice. Um, this was sick. I enjoyed this one a lot. I think they were. At first, I was like, okay, the beginning of the song was very nice, very sweet. I thought it was maybe gonna be like a bit of a slower song, just based off of first instincts. And I was like, okay, I like the melody choice. The vocals were really nice. Um, I will say once we got into the pre-chorus, I was like, "Ooh, this is so good." And then I loved how they carried a lot of that energy of that pre-chorus into the chorus, and then like kind of extended it more into that second verse. I thought that was really impressive. Um, just because again, it had a good vibe to it. And I think they kept it going with like the rappers, and that's in verse 2, which was really nice. Um, I loved the bridge as well. I think that kind of like openness, as well as I feel like it worked well in like the MV video aspect of it. I thought that was really cool. But just like the openness of the song kind of made this, it kind of made it feel like a little bit larger than life, and the mix of the song felt a little bit larger, which I appreciate. I thought that was really sick. A lot of great vocals. There's a lot of cool like ad libs, cool like ensemble vocals as well. So I feel like there's a good mix of that in the song as well. Um, I love that key change. I think that they were able to transition that really well. And then I I'm almost positive like the final chorus had like a halftime feel to it, which was also like from a musical standpoint, that's really cool, and I love how they stacked all like these interesting things in the song, and just to make it feel a little bit more dynamic as well. So I appreciate that. But wow, this was I've this has been my favorite one so far that we've listened to. I think that would probably be up there with NiziU. I also really enjoyed the NiziU song, but this one's gonna be a damn hard one to beat tonight, for sure. The XLOV song was also really good too, but this one's was so good. So I'm definitely gonna have to give. I'd imagine this is maybe part of a mini album or something like that, but I'll definitely have to give this one a listen because I definitely enjoyed it a lot. So, um, all right. Let's see. Gunky says I meant to check this out earlier, but Trident's new song EP distracted me. Hey, fair enough. Trident's sick. Let's see. Gunky says great song, nice key change. Jess says very nice. Uni said so good. Sarah says AHOF are quickly becoming one of my favorite rookie groups, and Kala also said the same thing. I imagine, I feel like this one may have shaken up potentially a lot of people's choices for this year, or at least it's crazy. It will be next month will be the end of the year, so I'm gonna have to put my big boy pants on and figure out who's who for this year. But I imagine this was a good shakeup for y'all's list potentially. So, all right, we're gonna keep it moving. I believe Jazz had recommended Juchan's new song, so we'll check out Juchan's new song. It looks like it is. If I had to guess, it's "Rise and Shine," based off of the Google search. Okay, perfect. All right, awesome. Thank you, Jazz. All right, let's check it out.
길을 잃은 것처럼 가끔 난 두려웠었어. 끝이 없는 어둠 속 난 어디쯤 있을까 궁금해. 꿈을 꾸듯 새롭게 피어난 오늘 나를 지켜봐 줄래. 한계를 넘어서 달려갈게. 멈추지 마. Rise and shine. 쏟아지는 빛 내 맘에 새겨진 날 비춰줘. Fly with you. 어디든 갈게. 지켜갈 내일을 약속할게. Rise and shine. 또다시 시작해. 널 놓지 않을게. 내게로 달려가 널 가득한 늘 불안했던 것 같아 알 수 없는 미래 지나친 순간들 yeah 이젠 숨을 쉴 수가 있어 넌 내게는 고원인걸 언제나 내 곁에 있어줘 my sunshine
Wow.
쏟아지는 빛 쏟아지는 내 맘에 새겨진 날 비춰줘 Fly with you 어디든 갈게
Wow.
지켜갈 내일을 약속할게 약속해 rise and shine rise and shine rise and shine rise and shine
Wow. That was awesome. Oh, nice. This is his first single album. Very cool. All right. That was Juchan's Rise and Shine. Very nice. Very nice. Thank you, Jazz, for recommending. If you have not, we checked out Golden Child. So check out the deep dive if you're new. So this was awesome. I loved Juchan when we covered Golden Child, and my love for him still remains so good. I think his voice kind of fits that, like, a little bit of rock flavoring in this song. Little, I guess it kind of borderline on like pop rock kind of. So nice. I think, like, again, the chorus is super catchy. His vocals just cut through. They just cut through the mix of songs. He's got such a good powerful voice, and I love that. A lot of cool ensemble and like ad lib vocals over top. There's like bits of harmony moments as well too, which I think makes the song feel a little bit more full, a little bit more dynamic, which I appreciate. And man, he had a little bit of a pop off moment at the end of the song. That was awesome too. So, this is what I feel like I would expect from Juchan, and maybe just a little bit more. But overall, I feel like it was just such a good song, and I feel like if you have not checked out Golden Child, please go show them some love. They're incredible. So very nice. Let's see. Kaylee, hello. Who is this? And then it looks like Jazz answered. Very nice. No Santa, hello. Thanks for hanging. We are doing catch up tonight. That is correct. Gogi says this is another great song. I agree. And Kaylee says it reminds me so much of Gao's Start Over for some reason. Very interesting. Andy says, ooh, vocals. I would agree. Gogi says, wow, it was so good. Jazz says, so good, but so short. Yeah, it is a really short song, which is very interesting. So, Gogi says, can you check out Dawn's Poem by Trident at some point tonight? My other must listen. Okay, very interesting. Kaylee says, I've been lurking and listening while working, but since it reminds me of something, I had to ask. Fair enough. I'm honestly surprised you did not recommend the new Lucy song, which we probably will check out before tonight is over with, without a doubt. I felt like that was on my list of ones that I haven't listened to yet. So, all right. Well, we're going to keep it moving. The next one that was recommended was 50/50. I believe Unhi recommended it. So, we can do that. Is it the Eeny, Meeny, Miny song, Uni? I'm pretty sure. So, Tracy Henley, excuse me. Very excited to see when you check out the Lucy one. Okay, we will have to check out Lucy then. Can't stay for long, so wasn't going to button. Hey, that's fair. Listen, it's all good.
예쁘다. 와, 좀비다, 좀비. 좀비. 우리 오늘 침대에서 잘 사람. 안 내면 죽는다. 가위바위보. I'm waiting for it. Confess that
I'll count to 3. 가위바위보, 가위바위보. Never let it go, never let you go. Just say it. 숨김없이 망설이지 말고 말해줘. 좋아한다고 가위바위보. Forever, no more excuses. 우리들이 take some time. Yeah, yeah. I think you promise. 약속할게 with my heart. 'Cause I really gotta know. So baby, let's go. 가위바위보, 가위바위보. Forever. 들려줄래 너의 비밀들. 운명처럼 끌리는 너의 눈빛을. 느끼는 순간 it's super crazy. It's like so loud, but I'm so loud. 이니 미니 마이니 모. 행운의 여신이 필요해. Lucky tricky destiny. 준비됐으면 count to 3. 가위바위보, 가위바위보. Never let it go, never let you go. Just say it. 숨김없이 망설이지 말고 말해줘. I really gotta know. 가위바위보. Forever. 하나, 둘, 셋. I want you, but want more. 미묘한 tension. How about that? 또 무지 숨길 수 없지. Face to face. 믿을 수 없어. Oh my god. Let's find out. First go. 하나, 둘, 셋. 하나, 둘, 셋. I'll bet you 준비됐지. 가위바위보, 가위바위보. Never let me go, never let you go. Just say it. 숨김없이 망설이지 말고 말해줘. I really gotta know. 가위바위보. Forever. No more excuses. 우리들이 take some time. Yeah, yeah. I think you promise. 함께할게 with my heart. 'Cause I really gotta know. So baby, let's go. 가위바위보, 가위바위보. Forever.
All right, that was 50/50 and their song Eeny Meeny Miny Mo. Very interesting, very interesting. A couple comments here. Guggy says, I have mixed feelings about the 50/50 song. I haven't figured it out if I really like this or not. I just think I need more listens. Fair enough, fair enough. Callus says, pretty. We have not, I don't believe we have done any of yours yet, No Santa. So if you have one, feel free to throw it in the mix. Jazz says, love the vibes. Guggy said, if you're listening to Lucy, you really listen to the B-sides. EIO, it's better than the title track to me. Ooh, okay. Very interesting. I thought this was very good. I like this. I feel like 50/50 for me has always been interesting to me. Not that I haven't liked them. I've pretty much liked most of the songs that they have put out. But I feel like they sit in this interesting spot of like, their music is like approachable in a really beautiful way, but as well as that, I feel like there's some moments where like they choose to do something very interesting in their songs, whether I feel like it is for the better or maybe for the worse of the song, but it always is very interesting. I think the one thing that I noticed about the song that I really loved was the chorus, and I do appreciate that a lot. I am interested as to why they like Kai Bai Bo is like, I'm pretty sure it's rock paper scissors shoe. It was weirdly translated in this, which I have no idea why, but I thought like that kind of like the cadence of that I thought worked out really well, which I genuinely didn't think it would work, but I do like that. They have this kind of like dreamy they have like this dreamy kind of like ambient sort of sound to their music, and I genuinely like that. I think again probably because I enjoy a lot of the New Jeans stuff, and I know they have a lot of filterization on their songs, but there is definitely some moments of this song where I was like a little bit confused, like the eeny meeny miny mo part I feel like was a little bit odd, but it is cute as well, so I feel like I feel conflicted. I probably will give this one more of a listen. It's not that I don't like it. It does feel very 50/50 coded, certainly. But I do feel like there's some of their other songs that have been like ones where I was like, where I'm like, oh yeah, like this one's catchy. I like this. I felt like this one was the one where there was definitely some parts where I was like vibing and enjoying it, but then there were some parts that felt like very odd. And I think maybe just because of the way the MV styled, maybe there, and also maybe because they included Kai by Bull, there might be like a childish aspect to it, and not, I don't mean it in a mean way. I think genuinely there's like some like it feels very like childish or very nostalgic in that way of like how they say it or approach that part of the song. And I noticed that like the way that they said it, and that the eeny meeny miny mo parts, like the little bits of like laughter in the song, I think it's meant to be like very playful in like maybe it's in its projection of the song. So that is what I could gather. I don't know if that's the case or not, but that was what I feel like contextually is what I picked up. So, but overall, I thought it was solid. Is it my favorite 50/50 title track? Not really, but I think it was very good. Let's see. Udi says, I'm a little on the fence with this one myself. Some of the parts are top tier, but then kind of get broken up a bit, which throws me off a little. I think I might be in the same stance as you. There's definitely some moments of the song where I'm like, oh yeah, this hits. And then they do something interesting. And I'm like, ooh, did I lose a little bit of that momentum? So very interesting. Very interesting. Sarah says, these girls are really talented and the company makes good music, but I personally could never listen to 50/50 on my own. Hey, that's fair. That's fair. Let's see. That says that the only one I'd really push for tonight is BHITGS. I would assume. Oh, okay. We'll have to check that one out. Let me know. Let me know which one that one is. Couple. It looks like Gunky says I agree with you completely. Gunky says I agree. The part is odd. The start of the chorus is really strong, but it does meander occasionally. And okay, so everyone's kind of on the same page, which is interesting. So I don't know. Like I said, not bad. I'm curious to hear if this is a part of B, like if they have some B-sides on this release. I feel like I've genuinely been in love with like a lot of their B-sides. So be curious to see where that one where this one places after the full listen. But all right, well, this is an unfortunate time. I need to listen to this one because I know my girlfriend would kill me if I have not listened to this one tonight. So we will check out Spaghetti because I need to listen to it. So let's dive right into it.
17
Chicken, pizza, spaghetti.
Oh, how I wish this summer could last. Give me one last kiss. This summer.
What?
This is a hot spot. 숨쉬듯 찾는 이 밥상. 등골이 된 넌 fall in love. 참을 수 없는 말. 우린 in the kitchen. Cooking it up, what you craving? 나의 멋대로 사센. And now the world's gone mad. You don't need to think too much. 쉽고 듣고 맛보고 즐기다 가면 돼. 깊이 스며들어 in your mouth. Guilty pleasure never kill nobody 드셔봐. 이빨 삭힌 스파게티 빼고 싶니 뻔 appetite. 그냥 포기해 어차피 이래라 이래 머리 속인 seraphim. Bad bitch in between your teeth. 그냥 포기해 어차피 이래라 이래
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is the sweet spot. Head up the scene is the big shot. Chef choice, no 위한 kick. Yeah, you're lost in the sauce. No turning back. 취할 거야 밤새 기울여져. 난 빈자는 빛까지 핀자는 걸로. 좋은 게 좋은 거지 좋다는 게 왜 뭐 느껴봐. 어서 걷지 말고 벌컥. Snap it up like a gatine. 김치 보드는 여전히 priceless. Whatever I'm cooking, 다 같이 어떤 코스든 원한 말아줘. 저기 쉐이키 내가 네 취향 드라마 주인공이고 또 순두명이고 고칼로리 해쇼크 모든 짓들을 홀리는 다루는 의미의 나로 이제 가에서 바로
Yeah, this is a hot spot. Don't give a fuck, 니가 뭐라던. 스포부셔만
What?
시죠. 필요 없어, 3-star.
얘 말로만 hate it 어디 가서 너의 diet
Okay.
난 몰래 쓱하는 의미. You better stop lying. Don't care what you talk about. 오늘도 제발로 달려온 건 나잖아.
깊으며들어 in your mouth 진짜 사랑인지 아닌지 곱씹어봐
이빨 삭힌 스파게티 빼고 싶니 뻔하다지 그냥 포기해 어차피 Eat it up, eat it up 머릿속인 seraphim Bad bitch in between your teeth 그냥 포기해 어차피 Eat it up, eat it up Eat it up, eat it, eat it, eat it up Eat it up, eat it up, eat it, eat it up Eat it up, eat it up, eat it, eat it up Eat it up, eat it, eat it up Eat it up, eat it up
Le Seraphim.
All right. Okay. This was Le Seraphim's Spaghetti featuring J-Hope from BTS, of course. Very nice. Okay. Eunhee did also say that this is the first time they were listening to it as well. So I'm curious what they thought. Okay. Eunhee says, I really like the overall sound, but I don't see myself listening to this. Very interesting. Kaylee says, to be honest, I don't like it really. I'll have to listen to it again when my mood is different. I feel like that could be a reason why. Very interesting. Okay. Sarah says, I like the song, especially for them. It really is just you can't get the name out of your mouth like spaghetti stuck in your teeth. Okay. I will say the one thing I think about the song, and I laughed at the first time I listened to it because, first of all, I couldn't help but think of that one. Maybe it's just because I'm chronically online, but the like cat that spins around and it goes like that E-A-O. That's why I couldn't unhear that, and then I could just envision that cat that's spinning around in like the 3D space. That's the only thing I could see, like hear and see, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on with me?" And then I'm like, "Wait, it makes sense. It's all like it's all coming together." You know what I mean? My love of cats. My love of spaghetti, Le Seraphim, the Triforce. No, that really did throw me for a loop, and I couldn't stop laughing at it. But anyway, the song itself is very interesting. I feel that their musicality has become more interesting the more that I've listened to him. I think I was shocked only by like the cat meme thing. And then I was also shocked that they said shit and fuck, which I wouldn't have expected them to do, which is was like a little bit of more of a shocker to me than the actual song itself. Which was odd. Wouldn't have expected that from them. Like, I know like Gnarly has some cursing in it, of course, which is I'd imagine another counterpoint to this song, but I was surprised there was more cursing in the song, which wouldn't have expected that from Le Seraphim. But, or no, I don't think they said fuck. They said bitch, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, I felt like this song was very interesting. I like J-Hope's feature, actually. I think he's very good. And I think this song obviously represents him well. But I thought this was very solid. I do feel like this one, given more listens, I can understand this being catchy. I know my girlfriend has been listening to this a ton, and anytime it comes on, she's just like, she's vibing out, which I get. So I can understand the like necessity of like this being catchy, because I think it is in some ways a very, catchy song. I think there's a lot of things going on that intrigue me. Like there's a lot of like pots, pans, like glass, like when you hit a spoon against like a glass cup, like there's a lot of cool elements that I feel like you would associate with things in the kitchen, like, so I appreciate that the song is called Spaghetti. Like there's obviously food orientation in not only the MV but also like sound wise. So I appreciate that a ton. But yeah, I feel like I'm kind of lukewarm on it. It's not like I hate the song, but I do feel like it could potentially be a song that if I listen to more, I could understand the necessity of it being catchy. But I thought it was very interesting. It's definitely the most interesting thing that I think I've heard from Le Sserafim so far. So not bad. I like I said, not bad, not great. I feel like it's just kind of in the middle for me, which usually I have some sort of opinion to one way or the other, but this one I think just because I remember the meme of it, I thought it was interesting. So Sarah says I love this one. Andy says this one is fun with a laughing cry face. Uni did say that they said that they did not listen to this one. Dosea says old man yells at AI. The AI was really rough in this, I will say. Cal says I haven't listened to this yet, and it kind of hits. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Everyone's hungry for spaghetti. Andy says, when I first listened to this one, I thought it was not for me. Then it got stuck in my head. I could see that. Cal says, strangely, this is making me very much not want spaghetti. Fair enough. Let's see other comments here. You had to bring up gnarly. Sorry. It is true. Kyle says this one requires a certain mood to really hit for me, but it was fun. Dosea says I do miss non-quirky Le Sserafim. Fair enough. Let's see. Kaylee says, okay, I have to leave, but I do. If you do, Lucy, I hope you enjoy it. We'll have to make you do an album reaction for them because I really love it. I always do. Have a good night. Yeah, thank you, Kaylee. Hopefully work goes smoothly for you. All right, very cool. Well, we're back at square one. I think we've caught up with most of it. I think Cal had recommended the TXT song. If this is the one on the screen, Cal, let me know. We'll check it out. We just did the newest song from AHOF. So if you would like to go back and check that one out, you can go check that one out. We'll have to plan a date to do the 1K Beyond the Studio video. So, but anyway, let's check out TXT Can't Stop next. Ooh. Wow.
Can't stop calling you, can't stop calling you, can't stop calling you, can't stop 'cause I need you. Can't stop calling you, 다시 다 손은 안 막아 꼭 미치게 되고. Just can't stop. 억울한 네 입맛 격하게 날. Just can't stop. So I just can't stop. You know, 僕らは知っていた道なら違うな。そのたちもは just your name 不思議と湧き上がる Drive. You know, 全て思い通りになる二人なら君と僕で塗り替えてく今繋いでこの手世界が変わるまでCan't stop calling you, can't stop calling you, can't stop calling you, can't stop 'cause I need you. Can't stop 声に出したその名前が僕を導いてく Just can't stop 僕らに今境界はない Just can't stop So I just can't stop, can't stop, calling you can't stop, calling you can't stop, calling you can't stop. 'Cause I
Ooh,
need
great
you.
harmonies in the back. Wow, that's sick. Wow. Okay. Okay. TXT cooking. I love it. All right. This was TXT's "Can't Stop." If you're hanging, thanks for hanging. Unhi says, "Is this a is there a sample? There's something super recognizable in there." And Jazz said the same thing. I was also thinking the same thing as well. It does sound really familiar. Ah, like I was genuinely trying to think of it, but I was also jamming out. So like I was trying to I was trying to do like two things at once. But it sounds like a really like it kind of sounds like a nostalgic like 80s pop like synth pop song. Like it sounds like something that would come out of like the 80s pop era, you know? Um damn it. I feel like I'm curious. I got to look it up now. Um TXT, let's see. TXT's "Can't Stop" sample. Ooh, I cannot spell. Yeah, I was thinking definitely 80s. Let's see. All right. No one said it doesn't look like there's anything. Now, it could be. But I don't know. If you know if it's been sampled from something, let us know. But it definitely says can't yeah, let's see. I was looking on Reddit here. No, it's definitely like no one's getting in in there in the Reddit links here. Damn. I thought somebody would have said it. Um Interesting. Okay. Anyway. Um Very interesting. I feel like if you know, let us know. But it kind of gave me like, oh god. There's definitely a recognizable sound there. I don't know why my brain thought like Genesis, but I don't think it's Genesis. Um, but anyway, this was a fantastic song, regardless of if it's sampled or not. I love this. I feel like TXT for me has some really great songs, and I almost feel like they fly under the radar in my personal headspace sometimes because there's just so many groups that we listen to and that I listen to probably in my own space, but I really love this. The chorus phenomenal. It's like really dynamic, really punchy. I also really love the build in with the pre-chorus, like that big like drumming like section where they kind of went through like the toms and they have like these really like anthemic big like cymbal hits at the before they transfer into the chorus. I think that's really sick. It kind of gives like almost like an arena rock like live feel to the song, which is very interesting, and I love the dynamics of that. The vocals on this were really good. I would say more specifically that final chorus where they kind of like layered out the vocals. I thought was really sick. Great harmony sections as well. Um, but yeah, I like this a lot. I'm fucking damn impressed because I feel like this one. I feel like TXT has had some really good songs, but I feel like this one breaks out even more of the expectation that I liked from them. I also appreciate the choreography. I thought that was really cool too. But I do feel like I feel like they have songs where I'm like, damn, like this is really good. And I'll go on like a stint of listening to a ton of TXT stuff. And then I'll be like, I'll be like, ooh, a piece of candy. And I'll check out the next group that we cover. And then I'm like, oh, I love that group. And then I'll go check them out. And then like a couple months later, TXT will release another song. And I'm like, ooh, oh my God, did I forget about TXT? They released a song. And now I gotta check it out. So it is very interesting. I feel like they come in spurts, which I kind of wish they didn't, but you know, I'm glad to always come back, you know, as a faithful fan, somewhat faithful fan of TXT. You know, obviously not as dedicated as people who really love TXT, but I'm always stoked when they have comebacks. So you know, I'm about it. So this was great. I enjoyed it overall. If you again know the song that this is a sample from, or if it's not a sample, it definitely evokes the 80s, which is really cool. So Andy says yes. I think is the sound. Okay, so everybody is thinking 80s sound wise. Gunky says I could understand why you would say Genesis. Yeah, it definitely. Again, the dynamics of the drums, given Phil Collins, the goat. So yeah, I for some reason my mind went to Genesis, and I listened to a decent bit of Genesis. So I feel like I have at least a little bit of memory towards that. So, Kala says, I always forget how much I love TXT. Then they release a new song and I'm back in the revel. It is, I don't want to sound like a bandwagon fan at all. But like, I do feel like there's groups where I like listen to them religiously, then we cover another group and then I move on to the next one. But like, they find a way to weasel me back in. So I'm curious if other people feel that way about music. I just feel like there's so much that happens and so much to listen to. So I don't feel ultimately too bad about it, but I understand there's just so much shit that's out there. So it's cool to see. Gogi says, yes, the goat to Phil Collins. Yes, agreed. So very nice. I feel like we should check out the Xdinary Heroes. I had no idea they released a new song. So I want to check that out because we haven't, I'd imagine. So we need to listen to it. That would be rad. We'll give that one a listen. So Kala says, definitely I keep jumping between groups. It's rough. It is a time. Listen, I'll say it is a good thing. I feel like new music is always fun, always a good time too. So I feel like people feel guilty about jumping between groups, but you shouldn't. I feel like it's always so much music out there. So give it the love. So anyway, speaking about giving music love, let's check out Xdinary Heroes, Lost and Found.
시작할게.
Oh, this is in the title track? Okay. I thought this was a title track. God. All right. I'm glad it was stopped. I thought it was the title track. Apologies. All right, let's check out ICU then. If you wanted me to check that one out, I'm sorry. That was I felt I clickbaited y'all. So, apologies. Let's check out ICU. Ooh, nice. Ooh. Ooh, that arpeggio synth. That's cool. Sweeping, nice. Wow. Hey. That was sick. All right. I understand this was why we needed to check this one out. I think this was okay. Cool. All right. It's just more lore. So anyway, this was Xdinary Heroes ICU. Very nice. Let's see what chat thinks real quick. Guggy says, I'm so glad they brought back the rapping. That was really cool. Ju-yeon was incredible in the song. I agree. Sarah says this is really good. Andy says, ooh, love the guitar. Agreed. This is definitely one of the top songs this year, Gunky says. Udi says, damn, best song of the night. Ooh, nice. Nice. Jazz says, so good. Sarah says, very good in all caps. Gunky says, after hearing this, might be a good time to check out Trident, since it's also rock. And then Sarah says, after Trident, I can recommend New Beat. They literally just had a comeback less than wow. Okay, well, that would be very poignant. I think we'll close it out with Lucy then, because I know I wanted to check out Lucy. That would be sick. So I feel like we'll do those couple and we'll see where we're at then. But this song, great. I feel like Xdinary Heroes has been, at least in terms of comebacks, recently they've all hit for me. I feel like this one is another one where I'm like, damn, like they keep putting out fucking good songs, which I love. I think they've really kind of nailed that formula of like rock, like a little bit of metal. Like they have like a perfect bit of I feel like they have a perfect bit of like every type of genre, right? Like they have a little bit of like that like metal influence from previous comebacks that they've done. This one also has like, again, a little bit more of that like rock feel to it. And I think that they've kind of like pushed themselves vocally as well with each comeback as well, which I think is really good. My favorite, I think, and I even said it when we covered Xdinary Heroes originally, I feel like Jungsu is like one of my favorite members of this group, but he was really pushing his vocals in this song, and I love that. He sounded incredible in this track. But I also really loved Ju-yeon. I'm pretty sure he was doing some of the screaming in the back, because like I know there was some screaming parts in the song, which I thought was really, really sick. And I think he did a fantastic job of that. And then he also, again, has that kind of like hard rock, like that. Yeah. Like that. I can't do it because I'm not trying to wake up my girlfriend or my neighbors, but like that really, again, like tone that you get in like that hair metal kind of music, which is really sick. And I think he just nails it super well. I also love that I'm almost positive he has been and traditionally has used like a 5-string bass in their music. And I felt like before, not to say that they haven't been dynamic before, but like I can't tell if they're using if one of the guitar players is using a 7-string or if the bass is playing a little bit more of a heavier role. I was trying to look in terms of their MV, but it's not really helping me out here too much. But I want to say potentially they're using a 7-string, and I also know Ju-yeon uses a 5-string. So there's just a little bit more of that like low end like heaviness, and I think that has to do with, again, maybe in the use of the 7-string plus you know, the 5-string bass. There's just a lot more depth to these songs, and I love that because I think they're utilizing it in a non-traditional way. I feel like a lot of the 7-string guitars are used in like a really heavy metal music, which is sick. I love it. But I feel like in this context, I think they use it in a really cool way. So I love that. But damn, this is so catchy, really fun. The MV was sick too. I think it was shot awesomely. Whoever is doing the VFX for them did great. So yeah, I enjoyed this one a lot, as I feel as most of you can tell at this point. So let's see. Sarah says Lucy making sure the end of the stream will be excellent. I agree. Guggy says I feel like they first started, JYP was probably saying they need to release a certain type of song. Now JYP is probably like just saying do whatever you want. That I feel that is true. That is true. Which again I feel like has done really well for them traditionally so far. So thank you, JY Poppy. Appreciate it. All right. Well, we're gonna check out Trident, and then we have New Beat, and then we have Lucy. So all right, let's check out Trident next, which is, we're taking a little detour, but that's okay. Let's check it out. I thought something fucked up with my computer. I'm glad. I was getting scared. Ooh. Love the tremolo picking. Cool. Ooh, nice bass technique. Ooh. Little double bass action. Cool. Ooh, like the traditional Japanese instrumentation? Cool. I like that. that double bass hit. Nice. Wow. This was sick. Wow. All right. Very cool. This was Trident's Dawn's Poem. Very nice. From their new EP coming out, Blue Dawn. So yeah, 2 killer tracks back to back. I agree, Uni. Dosea says I love rock in Japan because of how staccato it is. Yeah, they do love songs with staccato in them. I will say they are they are nuts. Gongi said this came out today. It already is one of my favorites of this year. It's also one of my favorite Trident songs. Fair enough. This is actually their first release after getting signed to a label. Very nice. Congrats, King's Records. And they were intermittently releasing music before. I do. I've been. I don't want to. I don't want to sound like one of those internet people that's just like, I remember them when they were back before they weren't signed. I found out about them ages ago, when I was still covering like a lot of metal stuff. And I mean, I do cover metal here from time to time, obviously, but I do remember them earlier on, and I was like, damn, they were really good then, and they still are. If anything, I feel like they have gotten better over time now. But they continue to impress me. I think this one, I would agree, is probably one of my favorite Trident songs. And I've only listened to it one time, but it felt like everything that they've culminated to so far in their career. But I also feel like they have taken a lot of, like, there's a lot of subtleties to this song that I think make it really great. There's a lot of rhythm changes. I agree with Nosana about the staccato-ness of the song. I think it's just really, really dynamically fun. And I think that, like, while they may hit you with the same chorus, there's different like rhythm patterns mixed into the song that I really appreciate. And I think they always do a great job of making the choruses or like verses or different elements of the song that you may have already heard in a different way. And I think it really kind of brings a new light to the song as a whole. So I really love hearing that. I think the vocals on this song were probably the strongest in terms of Trident songs that I've heard. And I've heard a majority of them. So I think this is probably their best performance, in my opinion. But I love it. I think the bass, there's like a cool, like slapping and popping bass riff. There is like a lot of great, like guitar octave in the song. A lot of cool usage of effects. I also loved a lot of like the tremolo picking, which is like that fast picking from the guitar, which is really cool. There's there's a pretty decent amount of like double bass in the song, but I feel like it's not like the typical like double bass pattern. I feel like it broke up the song in a very nice and rhythmic way. So I would definitely say this is a fantastic song. I probably would put that amongst my favorite Trident songs, but they're an incredible group. If you have not checked them out, please do your homework and go check them out. They're awesome. So Gunky says, I also love how it's almost 5 minutes and it doesn't get boring or stale at all. It's just fantastic. I agree. And Jazz says that was great. Hey, let's go. Listen, we would not confuse this with Sarah, like the last song that we definitely didn't confuse with Sarah, and we thought it was Gunky the entire time. So just saying, well, it's okay. But anyway, very cool. We're gonna we're gonna check out the next one, which is New Beat. Definitely would never do that. 100% would not. You did this. You definitely kept me on my toes, Sarah, for sure, and in chat too. So, never assume the assumed. Anyway, we're gonna keep it moving. New Beat. This just came out. This is called "Look So Good," which I have not listened to, obviously. So, Sarah says, I'm excited for this one. Another one of my favorite rookie groups. So glad to see what they did this time. Hey, all right, let's go. Let's get into it. This is that new. This came out 51 minutes ago. Let's go. We're ahead of the curve. It did came out during stream, yeah. It's a first.
Got me feeling so hot, hot, hot.
Ooh.
Think I caught a fever, but I stop my heart. For sure, baby, you're a keeper. Let's go to the after party. You whisper, baby, yeah. You another guy, no copies. Kinda like you now. Oh, I'm tripping on your magic, baby. I'm so hot. Pulling this shit that I got like whoops. You look so good. You look so,
wow.
You look so, you look so good. You look so, you look so. The way you got me feel like I want so bad. I was pulling it back. You look so good. You look so, baby, making me an addict for you. Yeah, come on. Watching.
Ooh.
How you drive me wild in a second.
That's sick. The dropout.
Time cause you look so good 2 times baby yeah we should got you got me got all we need cause we got that vibe
3 times going out of my mind 4 times baby loving you right it's heaven like my paradise with you you look so good you look so you look so you look so good you look so you look so the way you got me feel like I want so bad I was pulling it back you look so good, you look so baby, making me an addict for you.
Damn. That was sick. I like that. All right. That was New Beat and their song Looks So Good. Very nice. Brand new. That was so good. But Sarah says this was so good. Kyle says this feels so unlike them, but sounds great. Yeah, looks like people are vibing with this one. This is good. He says, "Yep, sounds so good." I agree. This was fun. Like I said, if I remember New Beat, this is not what I remember them to sound like, but I think it was great. Like I love that, like very cool, like gritty synth sound. I think that worked out really well for them. It's kind of got like a little bit of like, I don't know, it's kind of got a little bit of like early 2000s pop and like R&B flavoring to it that I really like. The vocals are really good. I think the hook in the chorus is really catchy. So I love that elementation of the song. The rap section was really good. I think it was really well delivered. I think it cuts through the song really well too. But but there's just a smoothness about the song. Like there is like a little bit of Riz. So I respect that. That was you could feel it in the song, which is cool. But yeah, I like this one a lot. This was great. I've liked New Beat a lot, but I felt like this one was great. So I'm curious to see what the rest of the songs sound like. I imagine this is part of a larger release, certainly, but this was awesome. This was incredible, and we got onto it early, so that was also cool too. So, Kala says love it. Gunky says this would be my favorite New Beat song now. Oh wow, okay, very nice. Kala says excited to hear the B-sides now. I would also agree. I'm also excited. So, very nice. Go check out New Beat if you have not. They're sick. Up and coming, so go show them some love. So, all right, we're getting into Lucy, which I've been waiting. I have not listened to it. We're not watching the movie. Why do we have Lucy K? I should probably put Lucy K band or K-pop. Okay, I'm excited about this one. I haven't listened to it. I saw people in chat were stoked about it. So. I'll have to check it out. We can check EIO after too. Potentially. I know Kaylee would like us to do an album listen, so maybe I might save it for the album listen. So Sarah says, you sure you don't want to listen to Baby Mint instead of Lucy? We did listen to this Baby Mint song, so to be fair. Andy says, I've been meaning to listen to that album, but haven't gotten around to it yet. So this is a first listen for me as well. Hey, let's go. All right, let's get into it. I'm excited. Check it out. Y'all know I love Mystic Story. Okay.
쉽게 다가와주는 바람 너의 눈길을 데려감고 헝클어지는 듯한 내 맘 너의 목소린 날 보지 않아 왠지 날 바라봐도 날 들려줘도 날 말하진 않아 또다시 신이 나 있는 눈빛 간지럽히는 웃음소리 쓸데없는 불안함일까 분명 함께인 건 맞는데 걷다 보니 숨이 차는 김에 날이 더운 김에 나도 좀 놔줄래 새벽밖에 없는 김에 날 부르면 내 입은 내가 찾아줄게 날 향하는 눈도 빛내줘 왠지 넌 날 바라봐도 날 들려줘도 날 말하진 않아 또다시 난 널 불러보면 사랑은 어쩌고 넌 거기 있어 오늘도 나만 여기 있어 넌 내게 눈 안 감고
Love that guitar section. Cool.
너의 맘속에 들어가게 내 자리가 없어 보여
Wow.
어쩌면 난
Great
속이
bridge.
좁아서 널 사랑해서 숨길 수 없어 어쩌면 넌 날 생각하며 사랑은 이대로 늘 여기 있어 언제나 말해주고 있어 내일이 와도 난
that same bass riffing. Nice. Wow. Whew. Another classic. Another classic Lucy song. We love to see it. All right. Very cool. Very cool. Some comments here. Gunky says the EP only has 4 songs. You might as well listen to one of the B-sides now. I would love to, but we are not going to. Cal says quintessential Lucy song in the best way possible. Agreed. And it says no music, no life. That is true. I feel like I would be lost without music, so I respect that. So, I thought this was great as well too. Storyline I feel like gives like what the fuck's that one movie with Emily Blunt? Is it? It's the one where they had to like. It's not. I don't know why I say it's a silent voice because I know it's not. That's an anime movie. God, I can't remember it. Anyway, I thought this was great. Again, I feel like I am so Lucy pilled. It's not even funny, but I feel like their music is always very good. Like anytime they've come back, I'm genuinely like speechless in terms of their writing process. Like I think they always tend to write songs that have such great emotions in their music. Like obviously trying to read and like comprehend some of the lyricism in the song, but I feel like also that like beautifully shot MV. And I think that they really tug at those emotional strings, no pun intended, because I think the violin, and I think that's kind of what, at least in my mind, makes Lucy really special, is just like the way that violin can kind of just tether your emotions in a really beautiful way. I think it really kind of surrounds this song with like a lot of great emotion to it. So it allows you to just feel more invested with the track, but really love that. I think at the end of the song, they really kind of cut loose a little bit more. There's some really great bass work, some great guitar work towards the end, some great violin work as well. But there's also some really great vocals. I feel like I think they kind of hit all of the boxes for me when I think about a great song. They usually check those boxes for me. I can't think of a comeback that I did not like from them. So I really think that that's incredible. But yeah, I'm excited to check out the release. I feel like for me, part of the magic of checking it out live is just like enjoying it and trying to think of things in the moment, right? Like I could go and listen to the album as soon as I leave my office, right? But I feel like there's something special about savoring it live and having other people's opinions on the song as well too. So we will have to do this soon rather than later. So we'll have to plan the album stream certainly very, very soon. But yeah, I enjoyed this one a lot, of course, to be expected, I feel. Gogi says heartbreaker. I'm sorry, but I got work tomorrow and I gotta get to sleep. Sarah says we have to get into other Mystic Story comeback time next time too. I was gonna say I know Ark just had a comeback as well too, so we'll have to do it. And then Close Your Eyes had a couple, so I think we'll be doing a comeback / catch up stream in the future. So we'll have to plan it. But thanks y'all for joining. Again, massive shouts to Connie for doing the BIP thing. That was awesome. Catch up album stream. We've got to do both very, very soon because we've had a lot of new music come out. So I got through a good chunk of it. We have more. Brandon hits his chest. I do not. I love you guys. So anyway, I will be streaming on Saturday. I did ask Sally. Sally was the person who was the next person to get 100,000 channel points. They would like to do Newest, so we will be covering Newest on Saturday. So I'll be doing that at noon, covering Newest for a couple hours. So come join if you would like to see what Newest is. So very excited. If we have time, we will definitely be checking out some more catch-up stuff. So, or album potentially. So that will be it. I will actually show up on Saturday. That's no joke. I got a tattoo done on Sunday, so I am banned from my gym for a bit while it heals up. So I will be taking the Saturday to stream. So, and plus my partner works Saturday, so I will be free. So very nice. Thanks for everybody joining. The time I was thinking is noon is when I'll be starting. So very nice, very nice. Thanks, chat. Appreciate y'all. Also, I don't think. Oh, they're not here. I thought Luvis was in here, but I guess they're not. So I have to figure out what I'm gonna do for the wheel. So I think I probably should give it to Sonia since I picked them accidentally, and we'll have to do that. But anyway, figure it out for next stream. So thanks y'all for joining. I'll see you on Saturday. Peace.